Hey everyone and welcome back on channel, my name is Alex. In today's video we are reviewing the Brooks Hyperion 2. This review is fairly awkward because this shoe was released a while ago. There is no specific reason for me to review it today, except that I found the shoe really good. And so I want to share with you the reasons why, whether or not you should be interested and whether or not you should purchase this shoe. This is going to be your decision, but I hopefully can help you in this process. And I will tell you a bit more also against another Brooks shoe in a separate video, the Launch 11. These two shoes share some similarities. We'll try to compare them and also guide you in your decision-making process. Let's go. Let's look directly at the specs. This shoe comes at a very astonishing 209 grams in my size US 11. This is super lightweight. It looks very minimalistic, to be honest. It looks like it doesn't have that much stack. We'll come back to that here in a second, but the weight is definitely in line with the looks of this shoe. 31.5 in the heel, that's the stack height, 23.5 in the forefoot for that 8mm drop, and a price point of 150 euros, which makes it a direct competitor against the likes of the Evo SL, the Kipron KD 900 X.2, that's a plated shoe. The Evo SL also has a shank, the Adizero SL2, and also other shoes in that segment like the Hoka Max 6, for instance. The upper of the shoe feels good. There is nothing very fancy about it. It's a mesh that is, breathable. It's comfortable, it feels nice against the foot. The tongue could benefit from a gusset. This is a non-gusseted tongue. The heel counter is relatively pliable and it has a bit of give to it. But overall the shoe, it doesn't have any padding. The shoe doesn't feel very premium. It feels like that straightforward interval, maybe tempo shoe type of upper. And this is exactly what the Hyperion 2 is. And this is, a great match between the purpose of this shoe and this upper. The laces are textured. They feel like, very premium laces here on the shoe. The tongue is padded and you don't have any lacing pressure, which is a great thing. It fits to the size, maybe on the smaller side of things, just like most Brooks shoes do, but it's a true to size for me. It's also quite narrow here in the midfoot. Not, a deal breaker, but definitely snug in terms of fit, and this is also in line with the purpose of the shoe. The midsole is a DNA Flash V2 midsole compound, nitrogen injected compound, and I think the most interesting feature here is that it doesn't have a plate. It's a plateless shoe, which has, and I will demonstrate here in a second. First of all, it's very pliable, it's very flexible, and it has lots of energy return, natural dynamism, just because of how it's constructed, which nowadays is rare because most shoes have this sort of lever effect thanks to a plate. This midsole is not the softest, not the, bounciest, most energy return friendly type of midsole. However, because of the construction here, because of how outsole is also placed, you can have that flexion, you can have that natural flex and propulsion coming from the shoe, which is very nice. The other very nice feature, I mentioned it, is the weight. 209 grams in my size US 11 is very lightweight. You definitely can feel it. This comes from a few things. The upper is, straightforward, very simple upper. This shaves off some weight for sure. The stack height, 31.5 in the heel, 23.5 in the forefoot, is not maxed up by any means. It's that, intermediate. We could almost say low stack heights by today's standard, which again is a good thing if you're looking for a bit of ground feel, a bit of footwork, and for a shoe that I think for me will be a track day type of shoe for some 400 meter reps, 800 meter reps, faster pace, just trying to work a bit here in the forefoot, in the midfoot, being a bit more aggressive on the legs, being quite dynamic on the legs. This is the type of shoe you would be after, I would be after anyways here. Do I like the ride? Yes, I do like the ride. I think I already spoiled it a bit, but this could also be a shoe for some threshold work, some mile repeats, 4 or 5 times a mile, 8 times a kilometer, whatever you're doing, 5 times 2K, that's really up to you. Or track shoe, 10 times 400, 15 times 400, 10 times 600. Anyways, you get the idea. I think sessions are very personal depending on your training, but this is a shoe that can do this sort of stuff. It feels, more aggressive than another shoe, the Launch 11. We'll discuss it here in a second, but it feels also a bit more premium, a bit more advanced with that specific purpose in mind because it's also a bit more lightweight. Which one would I choose? I recommend you check out the comparison video between the two shoes. But for now, I think the interesting question is also for that 150 price point, would I take this or would I take another shoe on the market? And why would I get this specifically? The first reason for which this shoe is a good deal at 150 euros is the upper. Like all the Brooks shoes out there, it's a very good fit, a very comfortable fit, a very secure fit, and I like it. It's simple, it's straightforward, like I said already, but for 150 euros, you get a good package here in the upper. The midsole maybe is a bit disappointing for 150 euros, although, you know, today for 150 euros, you also cannot expect any SCF type of foam. So it's okay, but I think for this 150 price point, the midsole could be slightly updated in the coming versions, and I look forward to seeing what Brooks has with the Hyperion 3 coming soon, I guess. Last question is durability, and for 150 euros, you get lots of it. The coverage is generous, the thickness of the rubber is also generous, and you will probably get a good bang for your buck at that price point. The main question will be, should you pick this or other shoes on the market? This shoe for me stays in my rotation, stays here in the office among the shoes that I will be using quite often. It will be directly, you know, against the likes of the Evo SL, the Adizero SL2, the Max 6, which is a good thing because all the shoes I mentioned are good shoes and this is a good shoe as well. Good job, Brooks. Thanks a lot for watching. Enjoy your run today, enjoy your ride, go beyond your limits, and I invite you to check out the Brooks 2025 playlist with lots of good stuff coming from the Seattle-based brand. Thanks for watching.